welcome back to Anime Club, where we watch the first few episodes of an anime series and give you our first impressions and thoughts on it. I'm Reina Scully.
I'm William Haynes.
And this week we watched Blue Exorcist.
Whoa!
Whoa! So you thought it was scary.
Yeah!
It's not. It's an action fantasy drama, I would say.
It's not scary?
It's not a horror
Some
movie.
of these mother huggers turn into demons and then get exorcised.
It's scary, yes, okay.
Not
but it's
exercise.
Not exercise.
Exercise.
Like the power of Christ compels you.
Yeah, there's like some crosses.
Japanese.
There's some organ sounds. The organ sounds enough is to be scary.
Oh yeah, there's also a shotgun.
Not scary.
Yeah. No, it's not really scary. It's a little bit gory because in the second episode, you see the main priest, Shiro, who's actually the guardian of the main character, Rin Okamura. He gets possessed by Satan himself, and he starts bleeding out of all the orifices of his face, and he opens the gates to Gehenna, which is where the demon realm is or something like that. And
hell.
Well, yeah, pretty much hell, but they call it demon realm. So before we confuse you a little bit further, we're going to talk a little bit about the characters. Rin is the main character. He has a fraternal twin named Yukio, who is actually also going to pretty much be a main character, I believe, in the future episodes. Like, along with Rin, they're kind of like,
yeah.
They have a journey together as brothers.
He wasn't in the first two episodes, but in the third episode,
Yeah.
he flips the script.
Exactly. The first two episodes is very much like a preview to what's about to happen.
Yes.
You get to see that Rin isn't a normal guy. He has superhuman powers, and he's also kind of ragey, but he actually has a really good heart. Like in the first episode, you see him saving birds from being shot at with
From
like
a
BB
demon
guns.
man.
From a demon man. At first, he just seems like a punk, but it turns out that he's possessed by a demon.
The devil.
The devil.
Evil itself.
Exactly.
But I enjoy the character Rin, and I don't mean to compare all animes, but I love how a lot of anime have this similar plot line. Like, when I was a kid, I knew I wasn't normal, but when I was a teenager, it turns out I'm a demon.
Yeah.
I got a 9-tailed demon fox living inside of me. I'm the son of Satan.
Yeah. Generally,
it
animes, exactly. Animes follow that archetype. That's why actually there's this thing called middle school disorder called chunibyo. And it's this really delusional belief that you think something amazing is going to happen to you because you keep watching anime and you keep playing lots of like really intense video games and you're obsessed with Final Fantasy. So you end up believing that something amazing is supposed to happen to you.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Does that happen to you?
I'm the gosh darn Avatar.
Oh yeah, see?
I'm
there
the
we go.
Avatar.
There you go.
I got a chunibyo. I got a chub-on? I got a chunibyo?
Chunibyo.
Chunibyo.
Yeah, it literally translates to second year disorder, middle school second year disorder. It's weird, man.
I got it.
Oh, so as we mentioned before, the first two episodes are a preview. The third episode really takes you into the main story. They bring you into the school that they're supposed to go to in order to become exorcists. It's actually a ruse. It's a normal university, but then there's just one class where they teach exorcist seedling children to be exorcists, and Yukio, the fraternal brother, is actually the professor, which is kind of a big twist because he's like kind of the weak, timid character at first.
It was one of the most beautiful plot twists because we're like, oh man, this guy's a nerd, and we're like, oh, cool, he somebody calm. Then all of a sudden, he pulls out a gun.
And then
that's not it. Another gun, and he shot someone behind himself, not even looking. All right, I'm not mad about it.
Double fisting guns.
Double fisting guns.
It's pretty serious. But I'm so distracted by the moles on his face.
He does have moles.
He has a lot of moles. It's really weird. Like, you didn't need to do that. You draw these people. You didn't need to put moles on them.
Yeah, they were like, I'm gonna make this really difficult for myself later and draw these moles in these specific spots.
Here, and like
they
here.
They did it though. Yeah. I'm not mad about it. I think my favorite part of the 3 episodes I watched is the priest. What's his name?
Shiro.
Shiro, amazing guy. So they're running on the rooftops, running from these demon dogs, and then he's a priest, just a regular priest. Pulls out a grenade.
Yep.
This mother hugger has a gosh darn grenade. Just like, I was going to the grocery store, but I also have a grenade.
Just
throws
in case.
it on the ground and then runs. That's a priest right
there. It
there.
was really intense. Actually, there's another thing about that scene that I really, really love. He casually says, You're lucky you're in Japan because these ghouls, which are the demons that possess dead spirits, these ghouls are only possessing animals because we're in Japan. And that seems like such a weird thing, right? But it's actually really, really clever. Japan cremates their dead and only cremates their dead. There's no such thing as burying like a full body corpse. So there are no such thing as reanimating zombies in Japan, and it's just a cultural thing that just fails. Like
That's
zombies
crazy.
can't quite exist in Japan for that fact.
Everybody gets cremated. Is it an option?
I mean, I'm sure it's an option. Oh, I don't know, because I don't know anybody that doesn't get cremated. Like, I have to be cremated. I already, and all of my family members. What, you feel bad for me? I'm not gonna be a zombie. It's gonna be fine.
I have this like irrational fear that I'm gonna wake up in my dead body in my coffin and be trapped in there. But I guess if I get cremated, I just will die.
Well, I mean, hopefully you'd be dead to begin with.
I mean, you never know.
So
I'm the
eliminates-
Avatar. I come back from stuff, you
Right.
know?
I completely glossed over that fact that you're
I got
the Avatar.
Onibio, you know? I got Onibio.
Chunibyo.
I got Chonibi now.
There are actually a lot of interesting and dynamic characters that get added on later in the series. You get to meet Ryuji, who is voiced by Kazuya Nakai, who is also the voice of Zoro in One Piece. Yeah, and Hijikata in Gintama, which is awesome because it's hilarious. And I love his voice. It's recognizable. You immediately know that it's Zoro when you hear him. And he plays a really cool character. He's from Osaka. He has an Osaka Ben, and it's like really kind of cute. So that's pretty cool. I have a problem. I'm in love with anime characters. I'm in love with like not real people. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't have celebrity crushes. I have like anime boy crushes, and they're all really creepy because they're clearly younger than I.
Little kids. Oh my god.
That was last week. This week they're older, and it's okay.
On the voice thing though, I know I talk about Naruto a lot because that's my thing, but the voice of Satan in this show should have been the voice that does the Kyuubi in Naruto, because that is the most evil voice that has ever existed, and it's beautiful. Even though this Satan was kind of like almost like a Joker, like he laughed a lot.
He was.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
He did have kind of like a cackly sense to him, but I do agree with you. That would have sounded phenomenal. I would have liked that a lot.
Been. Oh boy, I love that voice. I wish my voice was like that.
You want your voice to be like that?
Reina.
Ooh.
Naruto. Yes, I do.
Speaking of voice actors and actresses, again, Kana Hanazawa, it's like you're haunting us. We can't get away from you. She's in this too. She's Shiemi, one of the main girl characters. She's actually, again, pretty screamy, very meek, and she like loves plants.
They don't cry, they scream.
They don't cry, they scream, especially her.
Especially Kana Hanazawa.
But you do a really good job. We love you, Kana Hanazawa. Sorry.
Yes, we do.
No hate, no hate. You just scream a lot.
I like the part where Rin gets to the school and he's like so uncultured. He's like, oh my Gandhi, look at all this stuff. That's exactly how it would be if I went to a school that had a freaking escalator in it.
The school pretty much looks like a cross between Hogwarts and Soul Eater's Meister Academy. You'd be pretty amazed if you encountered something like that. I mean, come on.
I was gonna say like Hogwarts, but you're not afraid of dying at school, but I don't know, maybe they die at this school. I haven't gotten too far in.
Dude. You're the one that said it was scary.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's no ghosts running around, but there totally is.
There totally is, and they're not just ghosts, they're demonic. So that's all we have for you today on Blue Exorcist. Next week we're gonna be watching Kuroko's Basketball. Yes, finally a sports anime. I love sports animes. You're gonna enjoy it. Trust me. Trust me. If you want to check out Kuroko's Basketball, head on over to crunchyroll.com/SFNERD to get that free premium membership trial. Take a video of yourself telling us what you thought of it. Give us your little review. Upload it onto YouTube with the hashtag SFNKuro. Like Kuro, just like it is right over here. And then we'll catch you back again next week like these cool people.
I feel like after watching this show, I can never get in trouble again with my parents. Because my parents can say like, Matt, go clean your room. And I can be like, well, I may not have done that, but at least I'm not the son of Satan.
Some of the demons were kind of cutesy, but like when the demon possesses like the bully kid that he keeps having interactions with in the first couple of episodes, it's really freaking creepy. Like he's got like horns and he's got the pointy teeth, and there was just something about it that just was overall a little bit disturbing.
First of all, the art is great and I love the character design, and every time that they're showing a background cityscape shot, I love it. That given, the whole demon theme can get kind of disturbing, so I would definitely warn the squeamish before getting into the show.
Just the fact he wants to avenge his father is very much like, even with Batman, even modern day comics and like stuff like that, it's very common, but I think it was done very well. He is the spawn of Satan, and that his biological father, in a sense, is just trying to get him back to hell, and he's like, no, screw you, I'm staying up on Earth, and I'm gonna fight you, I'm gonna kill you.
The world building was my favorite part of it because it's so interesting the way that they incorporate the demons into the real world, and it's sort of one of those things where you acknowledge that those sorts of things happen in real life, like the scarf flowing away in the first episode. Like, you just sort of think, oh, well, the wind's blowing it away. But they explain all of those sort of normal happenstance things in terms of demons are doing it.
It feels almost more like a fantasy rather than just straight anime fight sequences. It's not flying into the air 20 feet and then hovering there, having an entire internal monologue, which is half said, half thought about revenge and your entire backstory, and then slashing your sword so fast that they don't even notice that they're dead. It's not like that. It's much more grounded in an odd sense of fantasy reality, if that makes any sense. It's not anime reality, it's definitely fantasy.
There's this random kid with a puppet on his hand. It says about 10 words that I've seen so far, and he never opens his eyes, which is just weird, and he's a ventriloquist with a pink bunny button-eyed puppet on his hand. It's just, what?
I just want to do an anime club, you know. I didn't come here for all of this. What is all of this? You know, all right. Just watch the videos and we can talk about them.